like 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. I'm gonna kind of go over what's been going on, why I haven't been streaming as much. So as per last week, you guys saw I did a memory segment for my brother. October is a hard month for me. It is every year since Jordan's passed away, so I just haven't been in a streaming sort of mindset. So we have Evil Within 2 coming out literally in a few days. I will be playing it. It might not be at the first day it's out, but it'll be within the first few days. It just depends how quickly GameFly sends it to me. And if GameFly doesn't send it to me, if it doesn't ship the day it released, then I'm probably going to look into getting it at Redbox. I'm not going to buy the game because it's a waste of money. I'm tired of wasting money on games. When it does come out, I'm going to do all the content. I'm going to do the full game, and then whatever unlocks after that. And then after that game, I'll go ahead and knock out South Park, and then we'll go back to the Resident Evil stuff that I haven't finished yet. I wanted to have all this stuff done by the release date, but it just wasn't in the cards. I've been having really bad teeth problems, and then everything else. It's been a clusterfuck of just madness. So that's the plans for the stream going forward. What else? So I had a chance to watch the newest installment of the Child's Play franchise, Cult of Chucky, this week. This movie is getting just slammed critically, like, by people. So first off, I want to talk about why I have the right to have an opinion on horror movies at all. I've been watching horror movies my entire life, since I was 3 years old. The first horror movie I've ever seen was Hellraiser 1, and then Child's Play 1. Shortly after. From the age of 3 to now, I've been pretty enamored in the horror genre in general, especially the movies and especially the games. I've watched every iteration of Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween. Damn. And finally, Child's Play, of course. So the movie takes place after the events of Curse of Chucky, and for the first time in 20-ish years, we see Andy coming back into the movies. So my opinion is he's trying to set up like a trilogy of sorts, and I think people keep focus on the fact that it's not as much about the killer as it is. This isn't there's gore, and it's gorier than most movies have been in a long time. It has a lot of that, those oh my god kills. Chucky isn't developed as much, and I really think that that's okay, because you don't need to develop him anymore. He's been developed over all the course of the franchise. I mean, if you want to see him being developed, watch those other movies. It'd be like your favorite band releasing the same exact type of album every time they release an album. It would be boring. It'd be pointless. It's not art if it's constantly the same thing. The artist who drew Mona Lisa didn't only draw Mona Lisa. He drew other things. And people keep expecting things to always be the same. The same is true for video games, absolutely, too. And that's the same reason why in Resident Evil 6 gets shit on so hard, because it tried to do something different. Whether it was successful or not is irrelevant, but it tried to do something different, and people kept going back to, I wish this was Resident Evil 3. If you want to do Resident Evil 3, go play Resident Evil 3. Or go petition for them to remake Resident Evil 3, just like they did with Resident Evil 2. Don't constantly expect Capcom to release the same game over and over again. It's pointless. It's not, it doesn't make sense. So we follow the main character that survived the last movie, Nika, and she's in a mental institution. And I think that a lot of what escaped a lot of people was that in the movie they show a weird duality of like, we don't know if what's real and what's not. There's parts where it looks like it's happening. There's other parts that looks like she's hallucinating. There's other parts where she thinks it's in her head. There's other parts where we know it's not. It's constantly being developed. Like it's a really complex duality, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was. Is it my favorite movie in the franchise? Absolutely not. But it is good. Like, it's solid. It's better than I thought it was going to be. This, and people keep comparing this stuff to Seed of Chucky, which I will admit is my least favorite movie in the franchise. But that movie did something different too. It was showing the inner struggles of somebody who was like going from normal to trans and back and forth, and people just all they see is they see a killer, they see gore, and they're like, I want to know more about the killer. You don't need to know more about Chucky. You don't need to know more. There's nothing else to know. His past has been like dug up in every movie. We don't need to know more about him. We need to know more about characters like Andy and stuff. And obviously, I'm not going to spoil the ending. Movie just came out. It's on Netflix. Don't go on Amazon and pay $20 to see it. It's definitely not worth that. People also gotta like keep going into watching like a movie like Child's Play and they expect it to be Nightmare on Elm Street, or they keep watching Friday the 13th and expect it to be Nightmare on Elm Street, and they or vice versa. You gotta go into these movies and you gotta have a mindset like, this is a Child's Play movie. I know what I'm getting into. You know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get vulgar jokes, you're gonna get gore, and you're gonna get suspense, and that's it. That's all you're gonna get. Go into the movie and give it people aren't giving this movie a fair chance, and I think that's horrible. It's a horrible thing to do, to go into it like that, to think like that is such a simplistic mindset to have. I think it's definitely worth your time to watch it. If you enjoy horror, if you enjoy horror movies, it's worth it, but give it a fair chance. I mean, if you look, like, I see people on YouTube writing reviews and stuff, and they're like, oh my god, it's so bad, and there wasn't a lot of Chucky and stuff, and there's a lot of Chucky in it. Like, there's enough for sure, but people keep coming into this with this like dumb mindset, like, oh, it's automatically bad. No, it's not. It's not bad, especially by horror standards of now. I mean, this movie blows the hell out of movies like Hostel or The Grudge, like, by a large margin. Those movies were garbage, and they did incredibly well. So, I can't really go into too much. I will say the one disappointing thing was the ending for me, but I think that they're building towards a trilogy here. I think that he's trying to set up like a big like showdown in the next movie. And I think that's the direction they're going in. And I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. And I'm not a film critic. I'm definitely not. I'm just giving my opinion and trying to get people to think about this outside of, oh, well, it's not Child's Play 1 or it's not Child's Play 2. It's very boring and simplistic, and I don't know. It's just... The reviews I see online are just horrible, and it goes back to what I was saying. I think that these internet reviews are actually hurting stuff right now, not helping. I think that it's actually hurting our market for sure. But again, that's my opinion. Take it for what it is. So it's definitely worth a watch for sure, especially if you enjoyed, because there's a lot of like callbacks to the other movies I thought was really good. Like we have with Jennifer Tilly's in this one, and Tiffany's in it and stuff. And if you like Bride of Chucky, there's a lot of nods to that. And I don't know. I thought it was pretty. Again, it's not my favorite movie in the franchise, but it is good. It's good enough, for sure. So we're in the month of October. We got Halloween coming up. A lot of really good month for gaming and stuff. I will not be streaming on the nights that Flash, Arrow, Supernatural, all of them are on. I'm just not gonna stream on those nights. Those shows I've been looking forward to for like a year. So, and on the other nights I will. What I'm probably gonna do here is I'm gonna do when I stream it, I'm probably gonna stream it on like normal or easy or whatever, and then on the nights that I play it, when I play it on my own, I'll probably do it on hard. I've been waiting Evil Within 2 for a while. It looks really solid. You guys have not been replying to things I've been asking you to reply to on YouTube, so I need to know. You guys need to like text me or something. Let me know. Do you guys want to see me do RPG playthroughs, or would you rather me just stick to action horror genres or fighting games? I mean, I'm probably going to do one night a week of just ranked fighting stuff, and I'm not going to do Marvel. I'm probably going to stick to Street Fighter 5. We got some really good news for the Street Fighter world coming in January. We're going to be seeing another version of Street Fighter 5 called Arcade Edition, but it's also going to bring some really cool like single player stuff and all that jazz. Street Fighter 5 is doing pretty well for the most part, but I still think people could, you know, it could do better. So that's kind of like where things are at right now. Again, I want you guys to like tell me what's going on. Like, take the 5 seconds or whatever it is and reply. Leave me some messages on YouTube. I mean, I don't do this stuff for my health. I do it because I want to give you guys content you want to see, and I need to know what you want to see. If you guys want to see RPG stuff, let me know. If you guys want me to stop doing streams like this where I just kind of talk about what's going on and what I plan to do and what's been going on with me, I can do that too. But I just, like, I can't fix it unless you guys talk to me and let me know what's going on. So, alright guys, so yeah, just to recap, we have in a couple of days Evil Within 2 coming out. If I don't get it in GameFly, I will be getting it from Redbox or some method. And as soon as I do, I will go live with that. Oh, also at the beginning of the year we have another version of Resident Evil 7 coming out. It's gonna give you tell us a little bit more about Chris Redfield and his role in the game. Whether you enjoy Resident Evil 7 or not, or I personally thought it was okay. It was definitely scarier, but it wasn't. I think they could have accomplished that and still made it a third person. I found the first person perspective a little disorienting, but it's got a decent story for what it was. It would have been better if they just wouldn't have called it a Resident Evil game. So other than that, guys, that's all I got. Just quick updates. Give me some feedback. Let me know what's going on. And if there's any games that I am not streaming that you guys want to see, within reason, let me know. Also, when I do South Park, you guys have got to have thick skin. There's going to be racist stuff. There's going to be stereotyping and all that stuff in the game, and it's not a game to be taken seriously. If you've ever seen the show, and if you haven't seen the show, I honestly don't know where you've been for the last 20 years, but it's going to be very, very much a sarcastic overtone. So if you don't like that stuff, I would not suggest watching. Just go into it with that mindset. So, alright guys, so that's it. Evil Within 2 in a few days. South Park, feedback, let me know what's going on. And if you guys don't want to see these kind of streams anymore, let me know, and I won't update. I won't upload them at all. All right, guys. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys next time.